Okay, yeah. Let us come back to how to let the user to choose the file name. So I would use input. So now I shall just give a hint to a user saying that kindly enter the file name. This is where you're actually prompting user to give input. Okay, if you simply run this program, so here a user should have some prior knowledge that I already have a file name with some name, say mbox-short.txt. So can you see if I simply say print f name, whatever the user is giving here as an input will be printed. Okay, yeah. Now I could say I could use same f handle is equal to f name. Here user has given this as an input argument, so I could use it outside. This is f open of f name. Rest of the things remain same. Inbox.txt. Suppose if I want to see how many lines, just print how many lines it starts with. So now I could enter, mbox-short followed by the name. There is an error, f open is not defined. So f name, f open, it is only open, right? So now if I give mbox-short.txt, so now you could see it performs the same operation. You may prompt, you may ask user to open a file, and suppose if there is no file name present inside the folder, say for example, I don't have a file name called asdf.txt. So I could get an error saying that I don't have the file or no such file or directory asdf.txt. So how to handle this kind of exceptions? You can use try and accept. Users will eventually do every possible thing they can do to break your program. So why don't you try the try and exit function, where the exit function terminates the program. So I use f name is equal to, I'll stick to the same. Only thing is I could use, if say assume that user has entered some file name, so it would try with it. So if that is true, if the user what has entered is true, so f hand is equal to f open, right? Okay, fine. If not, yeah, this is very critical. If not, if the user has entered a wrong file name, so you just prompt user. So you just prompt user, file cannot be opened. So kindly give the valid file name, something like that. Okay. File cannot be opened. And you may also tell what is that file name which you're trying to open. Okay. Then, okay, I accept that. Then you could start with your file name now. Yeah, everything is seen. I could run this program. Suppose a user has given asdf.txt. Now it could say file cannot be opened because I don't have any files in my directory with the name asdf. Suppose if user gives the right file name, mbox-short.txt. So now you could see the further lines will be executed. So now when our user types in silliness of bad file names, we cache them and recover gracefully without hurting much. We could write the file. To write a file, you have to open it with W as a second parameter. So far we have seen only fhand is equal to open. Okay. So, but here I could call it as f out is equal to, I could use the same function open, but now I have to create an output file, call it as output.txt. Okay. Output.txt, but in a write mode. Okay. But in a write mode. This will act as a second argument now. So now if I run this program, before running this line, I just want to see by running the same program whether I have output.txt. Okay. So I don't have output.txt. I don't have, see, file cannot be opened. Oh, sorry, there is a mistake here. File cannot be opened output.txt. But so now here, yeah, let me put it in a write mode in a single quote. Okay. Now, if you see, if I run this program, now immediately I run this program, this open in write mode output.txt file is created. Now, if you see, do I have output.txt? Yeah, I have output.txt, but I don't have anything inside that file which starts with, what do you say, which start with from. Okay. Yeah. So now, how to pass the lines inside this f out now. Suppose I want to write a line as a string. This is my first line. This is my first line in, this is my first line in output.txt. New file. Okay. So I shall just try to make it a slash and just I want to put it in the next line, whatever arguments I pass in the next statement. So this is f out dot write. So what I need to do. So f out is a variable which has got the output.txt in a write mode. So I have generated a string and assigned it to the variable called line1. This is my first line in output.txt new file. Okay. So now I have to use dot notation to write this statement. So I should pass this input argument as line1. So f dot write line1. So this line1 is an input argument. So this will write this string inside f out. F out is output.txt in write. Yeah, now I have written. Likewise, if I have to write some more lines, I should just try to make it as line 2, and I could call it as, this is my second line, and I have to write this, pass this as an input argument to f4.write2, and I shall make it as line2. Now, now I could parse inside this. I could call this as fhand is equal to open. What is the file name? What is the file name? The file name is output.txt. But it's clear now. Yeah, let me. I'm not looking for the line that starts with from or something like that. I'm just interested to print the lines which is present inside the new file called output.txt. Okay. Yeah, 1 second. Let me just try to take this out. Let me stop this kernel and use another kernel. Okay, one second. Let me. Okay, module 3. Should go to the module 3. Okay, I have an extra. Okay, additional here. Let me paste it here. Yeah. Yeah. If you try to write, you should open a file, give your file name in a write mode, and I can embed these lines into. I can write these lines into output.txt and just try to print this line. You can see this line 2 and line. Yeah, this is my first line in output.txt new file, and this is my second line. Now this output.txt has been created. Likewise, you can have many other options like read, write, and you can close it. Now this is very important. Once you have written some lines, you should not forget to say fout dot close. Yeah, this is very much important. Otherwise, it will be in an infinite loop. That is the problem. It will be always expecting that some more lines will be written on a particular text file which you have opened. Okay, so this completes your second module with respect to files. Hope you have enjoyed this video. In the coming video, we'll be discussing about module 3. Okay. Where in module 3, we have list, dictionaries, tuples, and regular expressions. It's a very interesting module. So in that module, we are going to look into the aspects of different types of data structures. Yeah. Okay, fine. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching this video, and be safe. Let us fight novel COVID-19 all together. Thank you.